Hey y'all, welcome to the workout. So today we're doing biceps and triceps. We have 3 sets. We're going to do some bis and tris to start. We're going to have a squat set in the middle, but that's mostly just to kind of rest our arms while getting some work in. And then we finish with the bis and tris. So this is a pretty quick workout, but it works you pretty good on those muscle groups. In order to do this, you're going to need a light, medium, and heavy dumbbell set. I recommend doing your heavy set should be something that you would max around 10 reps if you were to do it. So get those dumbbells ready to go, pause the video, make sure you're set up. If you have some other heavy ones laying around, you might want to use those for the squat set in the middle. Before you start, we do need to warm up. I did not include that in the video, so at this point I would pause the video, do a 4 or 5 minute warm up, just get the blood flowing all throughout the body. I just did a little jog, made sure I got my arms pumping a lot while I was doing it. About a 5 minute jog of, not a real heavy pace, but a pace that didn't tire me out, but definitely got my blood flowing. So pause the video, get your warm up in, and then we'll come back, have your dumbbells ready to go. Then it starts right away. So we're going to get going. Right now, we're going to pick up our light set. We've got 15 reps. So go ahead. When we're doing this, we're going to start off. We're going to do a supinated grip. So we're going to pull it towards us, and we want to notice how it curls towards the outside. It's not just going straight up and down. We are going straight up, and then we are going to bring our pinkies towards our chest a little bit, just to get a little bit more of the contraction when we do this rep. So make sure we're going to do 15 of these. Count out your reps. And then once we finish the 15, we're going to go right into a tricep extension. But we're going to do it with a bent over tricep extension. We're going to do left arm, right arm, and then both arms at the same time. And we do that 8 times. We're going to do that for the first 2 rounds of the same number. And then we'll finish with 6 for that final round. So here we go. We're doing 8. We're going left arm, then right arm, then both arms. And then we repeat this up until we do this 8 different times. And I'm going to show you from different views. I'm going to show you from the side, the front, the other side, and then my best view from the back. So as we're doing this, we want to try to keep our elbows right tucked into our side. We're extending the forearms straight up, our wrists straight up to make our arms straight, but our elbows are going to try to remain in the same position. Just going straight back one at a time, and then both of them together. We got one last rep here. Then we're going to go right back into our curl set. In our curls, we're going to grab our medium weight now, and we're going to go for 12 reps. So again, it's the same grip. Now if you need to take a second, shake it out like I am, do that, and then go right back to your curls. 12 of them. Same grip where we're going to bring our pinkies towards our chest on the way up. This way it causes it to give a little bit more of a contraction. It's a little bit harder than just straight up and down. Gives it a little bit more range of motion. And after this set, we're going to drop, we're going to keep the same weight and go right back into that same tricep set. In the tricep set, we'll use the same weight, but we will do the same number of reps as well. So we went up in weight, but we did not decrease the reps here. We'll decrease it for the last set only. So we're doing 8 total, where you go left, right, both. 8 times total. Just keep the pace with me, and you should be good with your counting. I have a hard time counting and talking at the same time, so that's why I'm doing this voiceover instead of talking as I do it. Now I finished. Now I'm going to my heavy set. Again, a quick shake, and then we go right to our curls. This is our last set with the curls before we come back to it for our final set, our final circuit. And again, I'm going heavy. This is something that I probably could do a little more than 10 reps at a time. Well, in fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm doing 10 reps. But we want something that's going to be really hard for you to do 10 reps by the time you get to the end. Go ahead and push yourself here. You're not really, if you can't lift the curls, if you can only do 8 of them, that's fine. That's fine. Just stick with what's going to push you. You're not really in danger if you do something that you can only do 5 times. So go ahead and go for it. Now here, I decided to shake them out, and I am going to use the same weight for the triceps. This is a challenge. This is definitely a challenge for me. I wanted to push it, but if you wanted to, you could go to the lighter weight at this point if you were really hurting. I am only going to do 6 reps here though, so if you can do the heavier weight for 6 reps, go for it. If you need to drop the weight a little bit, that's okay. Yep, you can tell I'm tired. We're going to go into our squat set now. I used a step right here just to give myself more range of motion. You could do this on a bench, anywhere elevated. I also will show you after a few sets how to do it without it. You could just hold it as a goblet squat. But here I want to try to push myself. I'm going to do real quick, very, very little rest, as little as possible. I'm going to do a light set for 15 reps, go up in weight, go for 12 reps, and then go heavy as I can for 10 reps. And then I quickly shake it out, and then I come back and I do the same thing in reverse order. Heavies for 10, medium for 12, and then go light for 15. This really gets the heart pounding. But I'm on the step right here because I'm trying to increase the range of motion as I hold the dumbbell like this. You can see how I'm holding it where it extends beyond where the floor would be. This helps me kind of rest my arms. I'm kind of actually stretching them out as I hold this. I'm gripping them with my forearm, so I am working my forearms here, but I'm not really working my biceps or my triceps. More or less the weight is stretching me out. So this is just more or less, it's a recovery set for my bis and tris, but I'm still pushing and I'm getting really good work for my lower body and really good cardio. So here we're going a pretty good pace. We want to push it. We want to be safe, keeping good reps, but you can see it's not a real slow down squat, it's just a good steady pace for the whole time. And here we're doing 12 reps. And then I really would go as heavy as you can for the last set, where we're going to do 10 reps. I have them all right next to my stepper, so I can go transition very quickly. I make sure I have a good steady balance on the step, and then we've got 10 of these. After my 10th, I'm going to step off. I'm going to get rid of the weight, and then I'm just going to step right back on and go again with the same weight, same reps, and then I'm going down. Notice as I am exhaling on the way up, where I have the work. Where the work happens is when I'm coming up. That's when I'm exhaling. The same thing happens with our biceps and triceps too. Whenever you're doing the work, here I'm counting down for you. Here we go, right back to it. Same weight, same number of reps, and you'll see I'm going down. And then as I come up, I'm breathing out. Exhale. Exhale. So continue this. We're going to do this for 10 reps total. And then we jump right back into the medium set for 12 reps. We'll finish with our lighter weight. But again, you can still go pretty heavy. Lightweight for 15 reps. This is when I really started to feel. Here I'm going to show you how to do this if you aren't going to use the step or anything that's going to keep you elevated. You can just hold it right here. So you can still get that range of motion, but a little bit less rest for your arms when you have to hold it in this position. And now finish our last set, 15 reps. I'm going to go back to the step for this. So if you want to make it easy on yourself, you can use the same weights you use for your curls, but your legs should be much stronger than your curling should be. So you could probably, if you have access to heavier weights, I would use them. Okay, now we're done with our squat set. We're going to go right back into biceps and triceps, and this is going to finish off our day. So we're going to really push it. So we are going to start off with hammer curls, and our hammer curls, we're going to do our lightweight again, 15 reps. So we're going to hold it like as if we are holding a hammer. See that? So there's our hammer curl, 15 reps with our lightweight. I'm using the same lightweight I started with in my first set. 15 reps, crack it out. We're going to go right into triceps extensions, overhead tricep extensions. And you'll see how I do that move. Put the dumbbells together, go overhead for 10 reps. And I'm going to stick with that same number for each of them. 15 reps with my curls, with my hammer curls, and then I'm doing 10 reps with the overhead tricep extension. I'm going to do 10 reps with the weight I used for my curls. Then I'm going to drop those weights, and I'm going to go increase the weight to my medium weight hammer curls for 12 reps. And then I'm going to go back to that tricep extension again for 10 reps. And then my third set is going to be a little bit different. So here we go again, 12 reps of our curls, 12 reps of these curls, and then tricep extension, just 10 reps again. So we did 15 of the curls, 10 extensions, 12 reps of the curls, still 10 extensions. And we'll finish off with 10 extensions too, but we are going to do 2 more curl sets before that. So here we go with our tricep extension, 10 of them. Now for this next curl set, I decided to go big. I went heavy here. I struggled. I got 8 reps is what we're looking for. So I got 8 reps in, and that's, but we're going to go right from our 8 reps of our heavy weight. And then immediately after you finish your 8th rep, or as your max rep you can get, drop the weight. We go to a lightweight. So here, I was going to use a different one, but I ended up decided to go bigger. So here we go. I'm going to get my heavyweight ready, and I'm also going to drop down to after. I decide that ends up being, that's too much. So I dropped. So I got those ready. So I'm going to go from one set to the other. And here I go. I'm going to do 8 reps. And these are going to be slower because this is pretty heavy. I think I'm using 30s or 35s here. And after doing that, all those exercises, I'm starting to get worn out. You can see how much slower it is. I'm starting to lose form a little bit, but I do try to maintain my elbows at my side. And then as soon as I'm done with this 8th rep, I'm going to drop the weight. I'm going to go down to the lighter weight immediately. And that lightweight is going to feel just as heavy as this one feels because of how worn out our muscles are at that point. And then I will finish off with a tricep extension. So here I am with that. This is half the weight. If it's not half the weight, it's less than half the weight. And you can see how I'm struggling with it. This is my lightweight I started with. So we're doing 8 reps again, but it was an 8 and 8 drop set from our heavy to our light. No break in between. Go right to it. As soon as we finish, we're gonna go right into the triceps extension, overhead tricep extension. Get a little shake out, and here we go. Last set of the day, and extend for 10. And then all we have got left for us is our cool down. You can just follow me on the screen. That's a tough one. But we're going to shake it out, take a while. You can do this at your own pace, do what works for you. I'll show you what I did when I felt it was pretty effective. I'm just going to stretch out my shoulders, go across the body. We're going to do this both sides. Going to stretch out the triceps. Going to stretch out the forearms and the biceps, and then quad stretch to finish off. So kind of all the main groups that we worked today. Here's my tricep stretch. So I'm just taking my elbow from behind my head, pulling it to the other side. Again, it's a gentle pull just to get enough of a stretch. We're not trying to hurt ourselves or overextend ourselves. And then here's going to be the forearm stretch. You're just going to bring my fingers down, really try to feel the stretch in your forearms. Shouldn't be that hard. And then we're going to move up to the bicep by pulling down a little bit more on the wrist of the forearm and try to really force yourself to feel the stretch in your bicep. Again, don't put too much strain on your elbow when you're doing it, just enough to feel it. And again, if that feels good and you need to do a little bit more, do it a little bit longer, do it again. And now we're going to do a little quad stretch. We did do some squatting, so we should stretch that out. Both sides. Again, same deal. If you could use a little bit more of a stretch, do it a little bit longer. All right, well, that's it. So pretty quick, but pretty brutal. If you really try to push yourself with the weight, hopefully you got a lot out of it. All right, see you next time.